Well, welcome once again to Beaton Park, and we're in for a very exciting game tonight. It's gotten to the business end of the NBL with just 4 games to go, and this is the second last home game for the Hawks this year. They're up against North Melbourne, and they'll be attempting to make the Giants their 12th victim for 1987. The Hawks undefeated here at home, but it's going to be a very difficult game because just last week the Hawks were beaten by North Melbourne down there by 4 points. And they're a star-studded lineup. And the guy who commentated the game down in Melbourne was Phil Lynch. And Phil, as I say, North Melbourne looked pretty good that night.
They did look good, but I think the Hawks made them look good too.
Yeah.
I just can't believe this Hawks lineup this year. Yeah, firstly for the Illawarra Hawks, number 5 is Gordon McLeod, 8 is Warwick Giddy, 9 Rod Johnson, 12 Rob Dempster, 13 is Jim Bateman, 14 Huey Lewis, 15 Ray Bourne, 21 Peter Rousel, 24 Alphonse Hammond, 32 Don Beckett, 33 is Greg Hubbard, and the coach is David Lindstrom. And Ray Borner, the big man in the centre there, talking to referee Jeff Weeks and Paul Beale, who will be in charge of tonight's game. Ray arrived back at 4:30 this afternoon from New Zealand, where the Australians have just qualified in the Oceania Series to go to the Seoul Olympics in 1980. OK, let's take a look at the North Melbourne Giants. Number 6 is Wayne Carroll, 7 David Graham, 8 Ray Gordon, 9 Bruce Holtgren, 10 Benny Lewis, 11 Scott Del Zoppo, 12 Mark Griffin, 21 is Ray Shirley, 44 Scott Fisher, and 33 Willie Simmons.
Fans have started up the chant for tonight, and what a game we've got in store. And it's sort of a false start, but Simmons came off the body of Simmons, and Hammond's got the ball for the Hawks. And straight away, a 3-point shot from McLeod. It's a magnificent rebound from Simmons, and I think, Phil, that's something like we'll be getting plenty more of that tonight.
Yes, the Giants depend so much on it too for that quick rebound from Willie Simmons. The good outlet pass to ignite the fast break, and that's something we saw in that first trip down the court. They had a 4-on-2, but didn't make very good use of it. Here's Benny Lewis with his first shot of the ball game and gives the Giants the first score at 2-0.
Benny Lewis is going to be dangerous for the Hawks tonight. He's in great form, probably the form player of the NBL at the moment.
Yes, the Giants come into this game in 6th place in the National Basketball League ladder. The Illawarra Hawks in 3rd as Ray Borner pitches outside to Gordon McLeod. The handoff there to Alphonse Hammond. Both teams in the man-to-man D. Here's Beckett feeding Hammond on penetration. Good pass there to Ray Borner. It's a good move past Willie Simmons. Got it on the left hand. Didn't give Willie Simmons a chance for a block. That's a good start for the big guy.
Yes, and Ray would be feeling a little bit tired because, as Phil said earlier, he just got off the plane from New Zealand this afternoon, so we'll see whether he's up to it.
This fellow handling the ball, Wayne Carroll, just pitched it on to Benny Lewis. Wayne Carroll wearing number 6 for the Giants. Here's a teammate of Borner's on that national team last night in New Zealand, and he'd probably be feeling the pinch as well.
I wonder what the conversation was on the plane on the way over.
There's Wayne Carroll with the ball now. In fact, he was named the Australian Player of the Series, had an excellent series. Willie Simmons down through the hoop for 2, and 4-2 to the Giants.
And the Hawks know that they've got to stop the Giants' fast break. That's the way the Giants play the game.
We'll have the ball in the front court again. Still 21 seconds left on the shot clock. 7.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Oh, gee, that was an ordinary pass on the inside from Jim Bateman. Hammond couldn't penetrate there. Cut off by Scott Fisher. Beckett. Fisher has the job on Beckett. There's Willie Simmons up on Ray Borner, but stolen from the back by David Graham. Oh, great little shake and bake at half court to go straight round Gordon McLeod. Good move from David Graham, who had a game or 2 with the national side this year against the Soviet Union. 8 points to 7. The Giants in front by 1. Hammond. 2-pointer to Alphonse Hammond. Gets the lead back to the Illawarra Hawks. It's 9-8. Here's Graham again for the Giants, so no trouble scoring that time for the Illawarra Hawks. Let's see what they can do on defense. Scott Fisher from a long way out shows his versatility to score from about 17 feet. 10 points to 9. I'm sure Jim Bateman thought he had the job done there by allowing Fisher to handle the ball on the outside. Hammond low to Bateman on the turnaround against Wayne Carroll. Was good D from Carroll. Looked to get a piece of it. Lewis. Scott Fisher. Pass on the inside to Benny Lewis, but no way to the basket. Wayne Carroll, or David Graham hitting from the outside. David Graham's score for the North Melbourne Giants gives them a 3-point lead, 12-9. McLeod, it's open if he can make it all the way. Yes, he does. That was a good piece of offense from the Illawarra Hawks. Oh, Benny Lewis controlled that well, stuck it on his hip, waited for the player to go past. And the Giants now lead by 1, 49-48. So the game perfectly poised at the moment, with one team waiting to take some ascendancy. Hammond really starting to go to work in this quarter. He has 6 points for the quarter, and the Hawks have the lead, 50-49. Benny Lewis underneath, and grabbed there by Ray Bourne with a steal. Hammond pushing it up again, up floor to Don Bickett on the inside, and scores. Fouled as well, and the points count. Bickett will go to the line. The foul called against Benny Lewis, and that's number 4 against him.
So Lewis comes out of the game.
Graham with Carroll, and the Hawks with that shifting defence. On the outside to David Graham, Willie Simmons posting up and scoring with a little jump hook. 55-54, so still the Hawks cling to a 1-point lead. It's a case of you can't afford to miss at the moment, with both teams scoring on each passage of play. Back screen there from Bateman trying to free up Bickett. Bickett shifted on the inside to Bateman. Was a good pass. Good work between the two Bs. Bickett and Bateman working them over. 57-54. And back come the Hawks again. And they led by 5 points at the three-quarter time break. It's back to 4 now as McLeod just stays in control of it and hands it off there for a 3-point shot from Greg Hubbard.
So that's just the kind of thing to keep the Hawks in front. A 3-pointer, the first one from Hubbard for the game. 83-76.
So the ball in the hands of Hammond up court. Great spin. Faking there to Ray Shirley. And Shirley's called an intentional foul. An intentional foul called against Ray Shirley. So it'll be 2 shots to McLeod, and they'll have the ball from half court as well. Have a look at Bruce Palmer. That's what he thinks of the foul. A technical foul now against Bruce Palmer. The technical foul's been called against Palmer. He asked for it. You saw Bruce Palmer with a signal. He might get tossed out of the building here if he keeps this up. He's been dragged back by his assistant coach, Jim Stevens, now. And I knew this would be on right from the start. It's just taken a long time for it to come. So Jeff Weeks and Bruce Palmer in face-to-face confrontation here. And Bruce Palmer could get thrown right out of here if he keeps this up. So Alphonse Hammond is the man on the stripe to shoot 2. Remember, the Hawks get possession from half court after these 2. That takes it to a 6-point lead to the Hawks, 90-84. With just 2 minutes to go. And if the Giants drop this game, they'll drop out of the 6. And it could possibly see them out of the 6 of the season, because the Hobart Devils won last night against Sydney, and they will take the Giants spot in the 6th. Here's McLeod, and they made a 3-point play of it. 93-84.
And that's the ball game, and that's what Bruce Palmer feared.
16 seconds left in the game. 6-point game. 3-point shot from Ray Shirley. Willie Simmons on the turnaround. Makes the 2. It could be a 3-point play because Ray Bourne has been called for the foul. So this could be interesting. There's still 11 seconds left in the game. If Simmons can score off the line this time, it's a 3-point game, and the Giants will be absolutely frantic to get the ball back. Simmons off the line. Rebound belongs to Jim Bateman. That's probably saved it. The Hawks can run it right down now. Out they go to McLeod. 4 seconds left. 3-point shot from McLeod. Rebound there. And that's the end of the ball game.
It sure is. And the Hawks have kept their undefeated record in 1987 at the Beaton Park Stadium intact with a 93-89 victory over the North Melbourne Giants, and thus putting the Giants out of the top 6.